Na sio lazima niongoze nyinyi. Kiongozi mwingine wote anaweza ongoza watu ya mlima, lakini ndio watu ya mlima waweze kuvuna matunda ya serikali na wakuwe kwa serikali miaka mingi inakuja. Watakuwa kwa serikali kama watakuwa wameungana.
Guys, hello guys, and welcome back to Mora TV. So guys, today we are going to talk about our very own Deputy President, Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, our very own aka Rigi G, guys. So guys, let's fasten our seatbelt because it's gonna be a bumpy ride this morning. So guys, apparently this guy who goes by the name Rigi G, Rigathi Gachagua, our very own vice president, is going through an impeachment motion this week, and it seems like so many MPs are really going for it. They are really signing and really saying that he really needs to be impeached. Why is he being impeached? Why does it seem like kuna tu witch hunting mahali? Why does it seem like people really don't like him? Especially the MPs from even his home or his backyard, which is Mrima, usiguze Mrima. You remember that word, usiguze Mrima? Apparently Mrima is guzaring him. Mrima inamuguza, lakini alikuwa ametuambia kwamba tusiguze Mrima. Sometimes when you want to really protect someone, ask yourself if that someone can actually protect you. That's what I'm saying, because usiguze Mrima, then Mrima inakuguza. Anyway. Okay, apparently the president's personal aide Farouk Kibet accused Gachagua of tribalism. Two Tharaka Nithi MPs among those who supported the motion. Mount Kenya legislatures accused Gachagua of not delivering on duties assigned to him, demanding for a change in the position. So guys, apparently the people from Tharaka Nithi and Mount Kenya region as a whole want a change in that position. In short, they want let me not use our very own, want Mr. Gachagua or Rigathi Gachagua out of office, out of that position of vice president. And the vice, is it vice? Sorry, that's when you know that I am millennial, because in my time it was a vice president. So right now it's the deputy president. Okay, so apparently they're saying that Gachagua has not delivered on what can I say, on duties assigned to him by the president. And I'm wondering what duties these are, because from the very, we all know what Kevaso has been saying, our very own Morara. And there's a lot of stalled projects everywhere. So I really don't know what duties he was assigned to that he did not do, because that is what the government do. Government hakuna kitu inafanya. So I don't know mbona wanaona Gachagua ndiye afanyi kitu, yet government hakuna kitu inafanya. But now, okay, sitaki kukani kama I'm biased, but that is what they are saying. And Uasin Gishu MPs were also seen accusing Rigi G on tribalism. Apparently Rigi G is aka name on tribalisms that leaned more on Mount Kenya rather than act as a vice president or a deputy president. This vice president thing, a deputy president to Kenya as a whole. So guys, I want to say this. I have seen so many people protect Mount Kenya, MPs especially from that area. I have seen even the former president protect the Mount Kenya by, just trying to protect his backyard. I have seen so many. It's not even about Mount Kenya. It's about the Kenya as a whole. Everybody wants to protect their backyard. I have seen Raila do it. I have seen Ruto do it. But apparently I have seen Uhuru Kenyatta protect Mount Kenya with everything that he got. And I really don't know why these other people were not really accused of the same. They were not impeached because of that. They were not seen as tribalists because of the same. I wonder why Gachagua is going through impeachment because of doing what other people have been doing. And really, this thing is really too much, because let me tell you that there's MPs who have even had a real hate speech in the vernacular language, trying to talk ill of another tribe, but they were not impeached. So what exactly is happening? Why is Gachagua being the only person who is being seen as a tribalist when that is what a lot of people have been doing, especially people from Mount Kenya. They have been seen really talking ill about other tribes, or talking or trying to make Mount Kenya look like it's more important than other parts of the country. So what is the difference, people? Ebu mniambie, mimi sielewi, because this thing is not the first time it's happening, but apparently it is the first time that somebody is being impeached because of it. Okay, and it's really getting out of hand. And Navakolo MP Emmanuel Wangue taunting the proposal of running mates in general elections. Apparently, the Navakolo MP is saying that history, like when you are running for office, you choose your running mate, or who will be your vice, mwenye atakuwa vice wako wakati umeingia kwa hiyo kiti, ama wakati umeingia in office, should be rubbed off or should be scraped off. And just that ukichaguliwa, when you are already now chosen by the people, now you can choose who your helper is, but not entering into the election with somebody that you've already chosen. What do you think about? Because this is what has been happening mostly from the time Kibaki came in. I think that's when this thing started, and that's when there has been a lot of political heat when this running mate thing came about. What do you think? Do you think Navakolo MP Emmanuel Wangue was actually right? What do you think? Ebu niambie kwa comment section what you think, because he thinks that this thing is not really working. We should choose, or whoever is running for office of the office on the hill, or the house on the hill, should first be chosen or be elected, then after that, now choose your helper. That is what the Navakolo MP was suggesting. The whole of UDA fraternity, or rather party, seems to be rubbing him off as the Secretary General Abdi Omar stated that the impeachment will cut deep through the party. Apparently what this means is the Secretary General Abdi Omar anasema that hii impeachment ita cut deep into the party. By that it means that akitolewa kukua deputy president, pia atatolewa kukua the UDA, high ranked party member, because he is a high-ranked party member, because he's the deputy president and is from that party, and the president is still from the same party. So you understand why I'm saying that he's actually high-ranked in that, in that party. So it means that actually Rigathi or Rigathi Gachagua might lose even the party ticket. Okay, Ruto's personal aide Faruk Kibet said that the deputy president if the deputy wants to be a tribalist, he should come out and tell Kenyans and tell the Kenyans that he actually wants to be a tribalist. Then he should see who will choose him when he actually states honestly what he is, a tribalist. It's not my words, it's the Faruk Kibet's words. That he said that kama anaona yeni mkabila sana, ajitokeze aeleze Wakenya kwamba yeye ni mkabila, alafu aone ni Mkenya mgani atamchagua akisha state who he actually is, Francis Atwoli also added by saying that there is nothing known as Mrima. This is a Kenya under one person, William Samoei Ruto. Hey, manze, government, or politics. They actually say that politics is a very, very dirty game, and it doesn't get dirtier than this. Because I remember some time back when Francis Atwoli was really, really going under Ruto's skin when elections were going on, and he was really talking whatever he was talking. I don't want to go through it, but right now he's protecting William Samoei Ruto, and you don't know what table turns. You really don't know when people just change their tune, change their song, and they start singing another person's song. I don't think in parliament, sorry, in government or in politics, you are able to say who is your friend or you are able to say who is on your side. It's really hard. It's really hard for you to even feel that you have people because you don't know when they will turn on you. That is what I feel because, well, anyway, it is very, very sad. So far, 300 MPs are up in arms and guns, ready to bring down Gachagua, a motion that is going to be tabled this week, and a motion that is going to be historic because because if it actualizes, it will be the second. Yeah. Actually, guys, if you didn't know this, if this impeachment motion goes through and it actually actualizes, this is going to be the second time a deputy, a person, let me just say an MP, a leader has been impeached. The first one being in 1989, when an MP brought a vote of no confidence in the holder of office, Dr. Joseph Karanja, for undermining Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. He was forced to resign after being in office for only 1 year and 1 month only. If he hadn't resigned, then he would have been fired by the president, or rather sacked. So, if this impeachment actually goes through, Rigathi will have to resign or he will be fired. Those are the only two options that will happen. So, I also don't think that Mr. Gachagua is going to go down that easily. I don't think he's going to go down without a fight. I don't think he's going to just watch people just do him the way they are doing him. Or what do you think? Do you think he's just going to sit there and watch them treat him that way? Do you think that this whole thing actually is because of I don't know what to say. Do you feel like it's witch hunting? Do you feel that they are trying to divert? Because there's also somebody somewhere, I will get to that later, saying that these people are actually diverting this whole commotion to Gachagua so that Kenyans and the Gen Zs, you know how the Gen Zs really did Ruto anyhow. So wanajaribu kutoa the attention from what is happening, the likes of Adani, the likes of health insurances, that is the whole thing that is going on the background. A lot is happening, so they're actually diverting the attention to Gachagua. Do you think that's that's what is happening, or what is actually happening? Because I'm just asking, because when they say that Gachagua is a tribalist, I remember some time back there was 1,300 jobs, KRA actually to be precise, KRA jobs that were announced. And these 700 jobs out of the 1,300 went to one tribe. I don't want to say which tribe, but they went to one tribe. And this tribe actually benefited from these KRA jobs. And the remaining jobs, which was around 600 jobs, went, I don't know, now those ones were disbursed on the God knows, the 40-something tribes in Kenya. Is that even fair? Is that not tribalism? So I'm just wondering, why is Gachagua's own too much? Why is his own tribal character or whatever, mbona inakaa too much kwao, ama kwetu, ama kwa whoever is impeaching, It's too much. And I'm just wondering, how deep is this thing? If I should ask, how deep is this shit? Because it's going too far and we really don't understand how far it's gonna go from here, because by the time this week ends, then we are going to know which direction it followed. Because if 300 MPs have already signed, man, it's not looking good for Rigathi. It's not looking good for Rigathi. And apparently, I think we saw him in a church in Meru, where he was actually praying, and people were saying that he was praying, trying to ask for God's assistance on everything that was happening around. We all go to God when things go wrong. So I don't really see it as a problem. I don't really see it as something that we should make it look like he's maybe making us feel pity for him or anything. Yeah, so he attended an All Saints Kinoru church in service in Meru, and pleaded with MPs wanting him out to respect the decision of the people and Kenyans who elected him and gave him the time to deliver. Rigathi Gachagua turned to God for guidance and was seen worshipping. He was seen kneeling and facing the altar and the father of pastor praying for him. What caught my eye is that very few MPs from Meru attended the mass, and those who attended never really spoke. And also on other news, on the same motion, the Speaker of Parliament, Moses Wetangula, aka Weta, seems to also not like Gachagua, and I wonder what or why. The unanimous, why this unanimous agreement on getting this guy out? I just feel like it's unfair because nobody's government is good. Nobody's government is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So why Gachagua? All of them should just go. So why Gachagua? That's what I'm trying to really ask myself. And, or what do you think about it? Because I'm really thinking a lot of things. So he stated that Gachagua doesn't have the ability to know what to say, how to say it, and the impact it brings to the society. So, he's just saying that Rigathi Gachagua, it's like he doesn't have the right advisors, because most of the time these leaders actually have advisors who really tell him or advise him on what to say and what not to say. So does he really not have advisors, or is he having wrong advisors? What do you think? Do you agree with Wetangula, or do you think they are humiliating him and making him feel like he really doesn't deserve that seat? Or maybe he's not helping them to start siphoning, to continue siphoning money the way they were doing it. I really don't know what to think of it. Well, we all know that to pluck out a deputy, I keep saying vice president. Yeah, that's when I'm a millennial. When to pluck out a deputy president, at least 2/3 of members in each of the two houses of parliament, namely National Assembly and Senate, must unanimously agree to that motion. The current constitution, enacted in 2010, however, shields the deputy president from being fired or dismissed by the president. So apparently, the one that I read for you, the one for 1989, it actually allowed the president to fire, or even allowed the person who has been impeached or the impeachee to resign or be fired. But according to the constitution enacted in 2010, it actually does what? It actually shields the deputy president from being fired or dismissed by the president. And actually, I think this is what is shielding Gachagua right now, this constitution enactment. And I don't know if we should be, I think that's what is holding him at this point. MPs, they say that this is the first time in history of Kenya that MPs have had a real stampede to get rid of anyone in office and to affirm his impeachment. And actually, this is where now Wamshomba comes in. And Wamshomba claims or says that there is no stampede, that these MPs are just making this thing look so big than it actually is. And she claims that the government is looking for someone to blame for their failures. She states that the government is scared of the second rise of Gen Zs, so they are diverting these problems to one person. Do you think that's what is happening actually, that they are feeling like Gen Zs wanaweza tokea anywhere, wanaweza tokea anywhere, they can create a real mess, they can create a real standoff, You remember the last time what they did, and I was actually proud of them. Or what do you think? Do you think Gen Zs are somewhere organizing, or did they just get tired? Hello guys, so that's all I had for you guys, and I hope you liked it. I hope you have your own opinion, because they mean the world to me. When you say something down there, it means a lot to me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and above all, comment, because your comment means the world to us. Thank you.